everyone. So when I first started creating recipes from books, one of the books I heard about was Redwall. Now, unfortunately, when someone described it to me, it was described as an adventure mouse story, which I'll be honest, didn't quite sell it for me. I obviously didn't read it growing up, so I didn't really know what it was about. Unfortunately, I also got caught out with my only radio interview I've done, but they asked me about Redwall. They were like, oh, you know, so there must be some really good recipes in Redwall. I'm like, Fortunately, I did get around to reading Redwall over the last Christmas period. And for everyone else who knows about Redwall, you're not going to be surprised when I say there are some amazing recipes in that book. So it was more a question of where do I start? I have made grayling a la Redwall, which is a fish dish with creams, and it was actually really tasty. I'll pop some links at the end of this video and also down below in the links. And I also made candied chestnut, which was amazing. Now, I'm not the only food blogger who makes food based from books and pop culture in general. There's a whole group of people. I'll add some of the links below. There's a Facebook group where a lot of us hang out, and someone suggested that we do Redwall August. To be a part of that, I am going to make the apple and mint ice cream from Redwall. So we're gonna start by making the mint syrup. So we've got about a handful of mint leaves here. So we're gonna tear those up and crush them and pop them into a saucepan with 1 cup of sugar and 1 cup of water. We're gonna stir that and let it cook for approximately 10 minutes. Okay, so while this is cooking, we're going to chop up some apples and get that all prepped. So best apple is a type of cooking apple. We're using the Pink Lady. It's really nice and crisp and nice and fresh and sweet. Okay, so this is finished cooking. So we're just gonna let this sit for a bit. But what we're gonna do is pop this over, actually just on the other stove. We're gonna clean up our apple mess. So next thing we're going to do is caramelize the apples and use basically butters and sugars to really brown that up and make it really sweet. Then we're gonna mix it all together. So we're going to start with a little pat of butter. Heat that up. I'm going to take the butter, just melt that first. Then we're going to take a 1/4 cup of the white sugar, and we are going to pour that all over. Then we're just going to stir that. I need that last bit of butter going in. So what we're going to do is mix this until all the sugar starts to melt, and then we're going to add in the apples. So we used about 50-75 grams of butter, and make sure you're using a really good butter because you're really going to taste it in the end. So what we're going to do is take these apples and pop them all in. So we're going to stir this so it's really mixed in with the butter sugar mixture, and they're all coated. And what we're going to do with this is basically cook this for about 10 minutes. The apples should get nice and soft and brown. Now, while the apples are cooking, we're going to prep the cream mixture. So we're going to take 3/4 of a cup of milk, 3/4 of a cup of thickened cream, stir that, then add it to 1/2 can of condensed milk. Now what we've done is just drained off some of that juice. Now you can use apple juice to add that little bit of extra flavor, but we're just going to use the syrup that we've made. And what we're going to do is grab about a 1/4 cup extra of the white sugar and just put it on top. And we're going to keep cooking that until it's nice and brown. So we are going to grab our mint syrup and we're going to pour that through. So we're going to want to take a spoon or a fork and just press that mint, just to make sure you've got all that flavor out. Then these apples are perfectly finished. You can have a look. They're starting to go nice and brown and sort of transparent. We are going to scoop that all in and mix this all together. So now that we've got that all mixed, we're going to pop this into the freezer. So I'm going to take a square cake pan, because this is actually the only thing that's going to fit in that really small freezer right now. So we are going to pour this in. Make sure the apples are really well spread around. And we're going to freeze this for a few hours. So So there we go. We have our caramelized apple and mint ice cream from Redwall. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you guys next time.